Welcome to today's video, where we unpack the discount dilemma in real estate. Whether to choose an affiliated lender-realtor bundle that offers closing cost savings, or to hire an independent, aggressive agent who might negotiate a better deal. To begin, I will outline the trade-offs, explain the potential conflicts of interest, and show you how to do the math so you can decide with confidence. Let's start by framing the problem and the promise of these bundled discounts. Here is our agenda. First, we will examine how affiliated services pitch their value. Next, we will break down the negotiation compromises that can arise in discount-driven corporate structures. After that, we will explore why hyperlocal expertise is critical. Then, we will walk through a practical step-by-step method to compare options. We will also review realistic cost scenarios. Finally, we will test your understanding with a quick quiz, and wrap up with key takeaways and a balanced verdict. To kick things off, let's discuss the pitch. Affiliated bundles are marketed as a seamless, one-stop solution. You are told that you will save money at closing and enjoy a smoother process because the lender and the agent are part of the same corporate ecosystem. On the surface, that sounds compelling, especially if you are focused on upfront costs. However, as we transition into the next section, we will evaluate what may be traded away in terms of advocacy and negotiation power. Affiliation typically pairs a large lender with a brokerage. The buyer is enticed by a sizable closing cost discount. If you accept, you are often matched with an in-network agent who operates within the partner system. Because these systems frequently value speed and volume, there is a meaningful risk that negotiation becomes less assertive. Conversely, choosing an independent agent often means sharper local knowledge and a greater willingness to push for price reductions, repair credits, or protective contingencies. Ultimately, your net cost depends on more than a discount. It includes the purchase price you pay, any credits negotiated, total closing costs, and the implicit risk of a rushed or shallow negotiation. Let's compare the archetypes. On the left, the shark. An agent who aggressively negotiates price, pushes for inspection credits or repairs, guards your contingencies, and leverages hyperlocal comparable sales and neighborhood nuance. They may accept a longer process to secure better terms. On the right, the order taker. An agent who prioritizes smoothness and speed, often minimizing friction to meet corporate throughput targets. This model may include non-local agents who are less embedded in the market, possibly reducing negotiation intensity on crucial items like price and credits. As we move forward, keep asking, which archetype aligns with your goals and risk tolerance? Here is the heart of the dilemma. A closing cost discount of several $1,000s can be wiped out if you overpay by even a small percentage on the purchase price, or if you surrender valuable inspection credits and protective terms. Insufficient advocacy may also manifest in lenient appraisal gap clauses, limited repair requests, or compressed timelines that favor closing quickly over negotiating thoroughly. While speed can be advantageous in competitive markets, it should not undermine the economics of the deal. In the next section, we will visualize where advocacy matters most in the transaction flow. This sequence diagram contrasts two paths. In the independent agent path, there is a loop where the agent revisits price, appraisals, and inspection credits, often pushing the seller for concessions. Notes indicate where savings accumulate through stronger advocacy. In the affiliated agent path, the diagram emphasizes coordination with the lender and a bias toward quick approval and straightforward closing. The alt and else blocks delineate how different priorities shift negotiation intensity and, consequently, your final net cost. This structure highlights that advocacy moments, offer crafting, inspection response, and credit negotiation are where you either win savings or surrender them. Next, let's talk about local expertise. Prices and dynamics can shift block by block. A deeply local agent will understand micro trends, school boundaries, traffic noise, and seller psychology that do not show up in national reports. Non-local agents, especially in high-volume systems, may treat your purchase as a transactional step rather than a strategic campaign. While your own research is valuable, it cannot replace the embedded market intelligence of a professional who regularly negotiates in your target area. Now let's quantify these concepts with numbers you can compare directly. Reviewing these hypothetical scenarios, Scenario A uses an affiliated bundle with a $6,000 closing discount but does not improve the purchase price or credits. Scenario B, with an independent agent, reduces the purchase price by $5,000 and secures $7,500 in credits, yielding a $12,500 advantage over Scenario A despite no discount. Scenario C shows an affiliated path with modest negotiation, improving results versus A but still trailing B. Scenario D shows a modest independent outcome that still surpasses A. As you can see, small movements in price and credits can more than offset any upfront discount. Now, let's convert this into a repeatable, step-by-step decision method. Follow this playbook. First, quantify the closing discount precisely and note any conditions. Second, estimate the negotiation difference you could achieve with a proven local agent, considering both price reductions and credits. Third, assign probabilities to those outcomes to reflect realistic expectations. Fourth, include a risk cost to account for potential appraisal gaps, weak inspection advocacy, and compressed timelines. Fifth, compare net totals by combining discount, negotiation outcomes, and risk. Sixth, validate your assumptions with very recent local comparable sales and the agent's documented track record. Finally, decide based on expected value, not on the size of the advertised discount. Next, let's test your instincts with a quick quiz. Quiz time. Question: which choice can produce the lowest total cost over time? Options are A. A $6,000 closing discount with little negotiation. B. No discount but a $10,000 lower price and $2,500 in credits. C. A $3,000 discount with no inspection requests. And D. A $1,000 discount and a 5-day close. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B. A reduced purchase price and additional credits usually outweigh a one-time closing discount because price reductions can lower your down payment, potentially your property taxes, and the interest you pay over time. Credits can also offset immediate repair costs. Therefore, viewed holistically, aggressive negotiation often produces a better total outcome than a modest upfront discount. This mind map places the buyer's net outcome at the center. Branches include closing discount, negotiation strength, local expertise, risk management, and timeline. Under closing discount, we note the headline credit and any conditions. Under negotiation strength, we list price reductions and credits. Local expertise expands into block-by-block comparable sales and off-market intelligence. Risk management emphasizes appraisal protections and inspection credits. The timeline branch weighs speed against thoroughness. Together, these factors determine your total cost more accurately than a single discount number. As we continue, look for red flags. If you hear that negotiation is unnecessary without supporting data, proceed cautiously. If your agent cannot answer block-level questions or produces no recent neighborhood-specific comparable sales, that is a concern. Pressure to waive inspection or appraisal without firm evidence of value is risky. Finally, be aware of incentives that are tied primarily to closing speed, rather than to achieving better price and terms for you. In the next section, we will add another quick quiz to verify your understanding of local expertise. Second quiz. Question: which signal most reliably indicates strong local expertise? Options are A. A national award for sales volume. B. A detailed explanation of price differences between adjacent blocks. C. A promise to close in under 10 days. And D. A general statement that the area is hot. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B. The ability to explain price differences between adjacent blocks indicates real, actionable local knowledge. That insight directly informs valuation, offer strategy, and negotiation leverage. Awards for volume, speed promises, or vague statements about market heat do not necessarily translate into better outcomes for your specific purchase. This pie chart illustrates the approximate distribution of where total buyer costs tend to concentrate. Purchase price is the dominant slice, dwarfing closing costs. Inspection and repair expenses, while smaller, can spike if negotiations are weak. Interest over time resulting from overpaying is a hidden cost that compounds. The chart reinforces that shaving the purchase price and securing credits often beats a one-time closing discount. Before we conclude, a brief disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, legal, mortgage, or real estate advice. Your situation may differ materially based on market conditions, property characteristics, financing, and personal risk tolerance. You should consult licensed local professionals and verify all assumptions with current data before making decisions. Here are the key takeaways. First, closing discounts are real, but so are the losses from weak negotiations. Second, local expertise can produce advantages that outweigh a one-time credit. Third, always calculate your expected value by combining discount, likely negotiation outcomes, and risk costs. Finally, pick the path with the highest expected value rather than the most eye-catching headline. In summary, if you know a proven, aggressive local agent, consult them first. Accept an affiliated bundle only if, after realistic negotiation estimates and risk adjustments, it still produces a better net outcome. Otherwise, the discount may become the most expensive savings plan you ever choose. As we close, I will share a final note and a friendly request. Thank you for watching. If this video clarified the discount dilemma for you, please like the video, share it with someone who is house hunting, and subscribe for more practical guides. In the comments, tell us your experiences with affiliated bundles versus independent agents and what the math showed in your market. Your insights can help other buyers make better decisions.